I waited 25 years to get my revenge, and honestly it was worth every second. My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer when I was in college, and I still cannot understand what my dad was thinking because, right after her diagnosis, he jumped into an affair with his coworker, Kelly. She was only a couple years older than me, and she slowly slid herself into my mom's world. She would take us shopping, keep the house running, help me with schoolwork, and even sit with mom during chemo when dad and I were gone, and I never caught on at all. I just figured Kelly was being nice to family dealing with something awful, but I think my mom knew something. One afternoon, I was visiting her in hospice when she went quiet and told me, "You know the way your dad has a vasectomy. You do know he isn't planning to reverse his vasectomy, right?" "Yeah, I know." I said. "Why?" She just looked at me and said, "I think you best keep it in mind." When I left her that night, I kissed her and she hugged me like she never wanted to let go. "I love you. You'll be fine on your own." She passed away that night. And once again, Kelly was right there helping us plan the funeral, bringing meals, helping around the house, and slowly sliding her stuff. And about a year later, she had fully moved in and was part of our lives. I cannot remember what finally made me suspicious enough to start digging, but I did, and I found out the affair began right after mom's diagnosis. I felt sick. I wanted to confront dad and Kelly, but something else hit me. You see, during one of her visits, Kelly mentioned she really wanted kids with her fiancé someday. And when I remembered that, I realized Kara knew the affair was going on, and not only that, she knew that Mark was keeping his vasectomy a secret from Lily. And because of this, I decided to play the long game and ruin their lives without them even realizing. I kept my mouth shut. I watched as they got engaged and married 3 years later. I smiled on their wedding day and made a toast at the reception. 25 years passed. I had children of my own, and just as I was beginning to give up hope on my revenge, working the day, came Lily, and I got together for coffee, and Lily was sad and sullen. I could tell she had been crying. I asked what was wrong, and I couldn't believe my ears when I heard why she was struggling to get pregnant for years, but assumed it was stress from work. Then her period started coming fewer and farther between. She decided to go to the doctor and find out why. It turned out she was entering perimenopause, and her chances of successfully getting pregnant had dwindled. The doctor told her in essence her childbearing years were over. As I cried sympathetic noises, Lily said, "It doesn't make sense to me, and your father tried so hard to have kids, but I wasn't able to get pregnant. I don't know why." It was then that I knew it was time. "You mean Mark didn't tell you?" I said. "Didn't tell me what?" She asked. I was fighting every chance to smile as I played the "it's not my right to tell" card until she practically begged me. I should have won an Oscar for my performance. I told her about the vasectomy and that Mark had no intention of reversing it. You should have seen Lily. She completely deflated like a balloon. Her shoulders slumped. She bowed her head and she sobbed in her hands. I wanted to rejoice, but I knew though that would make me look like the bad guy. So I hugged her and told her dad was horrible for not telling her that she deserved a different outcome and that he completely wasted her time. Once she had left and I was alone, I wept with joy and relief. That was the last time I saw or talked to Lily. A few weeks later, Mark called me in a fury. Lily had packed her bags and left, slapping him with divorce papers. She yelled at him for not being honest with her, that he had a vasectomy he had no intention of reversing. He then asked me, "How could you do that to us? We loved you," I said in a cold tone. "You and Karen did a good job teaching me how to keep secrets." I hung up, and that was it. I never spoke to him again either.